Hi, I'm going to talk to you about adaptive leadership in the professional workplace. Adaptive leadership is a term coined by Harvard professors Heifetz and Linsky. As the name suggests, it is a framework based on adapting and responding to changes in a dynamic workplace. Adaptive leadership is focused on the roles of leaders and followers and facilitating social learning to assist organizations and to adapt in a rapidly changing environment. In order to be a successful adaptive leader, one must have adaptive capacity, or the ability for one to adjust one's thinking and behavior to respond effectively to environmental demands with assimilation and accommodation. One must also possess adaptive skills, which include cultural competence, or the knowledge of various cultures and being able to respond appropriately. Knowledge acquisition and use, which requires that leaders identify what the organization knows and what specific knowledge areas warrant improvement to determine what needs to be learned. 3, the ability to move beyond cultural dilemmas and find synergistic solutions that include elements from opposing views. And finally, adopting a holistic and sustainable vision. The ability to develop a vision that considers future possibilities that could affect the firm's sustainability. A defining feature of this leadership style is the separation of technical solutions from adaptive solutions. Technical solutions, meaning the existing knowledge and techniques, and adaptive solutions, which require shifts in how people work together. This adaptive leadership style is flexible, and it allows for the management of unforeseen challenges and situations. It is problem-oriented, and it allows for responsiveness to fundamental changes by making bold but necessary decisions. It is team-oriented. This style encourages an open work environment where employees are free to express their views. And finally, ethical and responsible. This means everyone is held to a high standard of ethics and responsibility and held accountable for any mistakes. Implementing change in leadership style. To put this adaptive leadership into practice, you must first recognize the need to adapt to the change in the environment or the circumstances at hand. 2, be an involved leader. This entails an interactive practice that requires all team members to participate. 3, create a plan. A step-by-step plan must be innovative yet cautious. 4, set realistic goals or communicate with your team. Communication is key, and it allows for cooperation and growth among team members. It is important to keep all lines of communication open. 5, set realistic goals. The goals must be reasonable and attainable. People must be encouraged, and it allows for better productivity. Next, delegate tasks. This leadership style is a team effort and needs a whole team to participate in order to be successful. Next, decision-making with the team. Be transparent with your team. Listen and include suggestions and concerns of other teammates. Next, addressing problems. View problems as learning opportunities rather than failures. Problems will arise, so handle them positively. 9, review and adapt. Review the effects of your plan and address and change things accordingly. Next, instill accountability. Through this process, ensure that you hold yourself and others accountable for their actions. And next, lead with empathy. Be an empathetic leader. Listen and recognize others' input, build relationships with those in your team, and make strategies accordingly. This is Chobe Game Lodge. This is an example of adaptive leadership that has been implemented. In the early 2000s, women made up a very small percentage of safari guides for the Chobe Game Lodge. In 2004, the first woman guide was hired. She thrived in this environment, and it was found that she outperformed the men. By 2012, Chobe Game Lodge, despite all critics, hired all women to be safari guides. Finally, I will leave you with this, by Charles Darwin. It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is most adaptable to change. Thank you.